Hey guys, Brian Morris here. I'm going to teach you how to make a butternut squash today. This is a butternut squash. You can find them in your produce section, especially this time of year. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this butternut squash in half. Now, these are a really tough squash to cut, so be really careful. And even though this is a sharp knife, my husband always cringes when he watches me do this, but we're going to get it. Hopefully without any injuries. Okay. So I almost got it here. I mean, this is another level of fruit ninja right here. Okay, I think we have it here. Okay, let's see. One more time. And we're going to pry it apart. Here's how the inside of your butternut squash will look. Just like that. Okay, this is the part we're going to hollow out right here. I like to use a grapefruit spoon. It really gets in there and gets the flesh and the seeds out. So we're going to hollow it out. Into this bowl really quickly. Just like that. Then I'm going to put it face down on the baking sheet. Now, while I'm doing this other one, I'm going to tell you, it's really important to try to learn recipes and to cook things that are in season. Instead of going to the grocery store with an idea of what recipe you're going to do, it's a good idea to go to the grocery store and see what things look fresh. When you use fresh vegetables and fruits, you're always going to have a better flavor, especially using those things and fresh herbs. You won't need to use as much salt in your recipes, which is going to contribute to you having better health and vitality. So always look for the things that are in season. If you are going to look for recipes, like right now it's winter, so I'm using a lot of winter squashes in my recipes. Okay, I've got this one hollowed out. Once you get them hollowed out, the next thing you're going to do is put them face down on a baking sheet with a little bit of water. That's my little one. Want mama for a minute, but you're going to put it face down on a baking sheet and you're going to stick it in the oven on 350 for about 35 minutes. When you can stick a fork through the skin on this part of the butternut squash, then it's done. This part you'll be able to stick a fork through pretty early through here because it's hollowed out, but because the more dense section is denser, that's what's going to take longer to cook. So you want to make sure this part of your squash is done. So I'm going to pop these in the oven at 350 and I'll give you a shot of what they look like as soon as they come out. Our butternut squash has been cooking on 350 for about 45 minutes. And when you can take the knife and stick it into the skin on the densest part of the squash, that means that it's done. And I can do that. So this one is done. And you're going to just lightly take off the skin once it cools. Mine is still steaming hot, but you can just slice the skin off and cube it, and you can eat it plain like it is. You could add it with the hamburger soup that we just made, or you can put it with some of the Ceylon cinnamon. This is a great cinnamon to buy, as well as some organic raw honey. It's really good like that. My little one loves it like that, and so do I. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. Visit my website, brianmorris.com.